Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. Today you're going to witness the full detail and transformation of this 2024 Mercedes AMG GT63. It has a twin turbocharged 4-liter V8 engine with 577 horsepower, but it has seen better days. It has oxidation, swirls, scratches. Also, it has contamination, water spots, and of course, brake dust. As you can tell, it's fully caked on into these wheels here. So we're going to clean it. We're going to decontaminate it to do a one-step paint correction. We're also going to be applying an awesome ceramic coating. So stay tuned for the transformation. Let's go ahead and start the show. Alright guys, let's get the show started. I remind you that I'll include the links to all the tools, products, and equipment in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. First order of business, let's start doing our dilution. We're going to be using a 2 pH system from Labo Cosmetica today. So a high pH snow foam and an acidic shampoo for the contact wash. So first, Primus 2.0, this is the alkaline snow foam. I'm using a 1:5 dilution ratio, so 27 ounces of warm water and 5 ounces of the soap in the MJJC Foam Cannon S version 3.0. We're going to fully foam the vehicle. And what this step does, the high pH snow foam, is going to start breaking down the loose dirt and debris, the road film or traffic film, because there's a lot of oils contained on the road, especially when it's rainy outside, and all those get kicked up and thrown onto your vehicle. And just a pH neutral shampoo is not enough to start removing that. Also, this is going to start the process of breaking down potentially any weaker waxes or sealants applied by the dealership on delivery, because usually they always do that. So always work in the shade, or in like my case, in a garage. Never work in direct sunlight. We're going to let it dwell a few minutes on there. And as you can tell, it's pulling a lot of the dirt and debris on the floor there. So this is all meant to prevent any swirls or scratches in the contact wash. So a thorough pressure wash at this point is going to remove again all that loose dirt, debris, and the grit, and always in an effort to minimize the chances of you getting the scratches and swirls when you're doing the contact wash with your microfiber wash mitt. So now that we did the pre-wash, we're moving on to cleaning the wheels and tires. We're using the Maniac line wheel and tire cleaner, diluted 1:5 in an IK foam pump sprayer. I'm using the Detail Factory tire brush to scrub the tire walls. Here I have a Microfiber Madness Incredi-Brush. So it's a microfiber brush for the interior of the wheels or the wheel barrels. Another Detail Factory bore hair brush for the lug nuts and brake calipers. And the Incredi-Flare, that is a microfiber wash mitt from Microfiber Madness to clean the rest of the spokes and behind the spokes. Thorough rinse once again. Now we're going to move to the contact wash in 2 steps. Another snow foam in this case. So this is Purifica, an acidic soap. I'm using it in a 1:5 dilution ratio in the foam cannon. So 27 ounces of warm water and 5 ounces of the snow foam. We're going to blanket the entire vehicle, but this time we're not going to rinse it off. We're going to use it as extra lubrication for the hand wash stage. And talking about hand wash in the bucket, we're going to use that same soap, Purifica. So in 4 gallons of water, I'm using 5 ounces of the Purifica acidic soap. So that's a 1:100 dilution ratio. I'm going to mix that up, and we're going to activate all the suds, and we're going to use the traditional wash method. So a microfiber wash mitt, and we're going to wash from top to bottom. The reason why we do that, guys, if you haven't seen my previous videos, is because we want to avoid to clean the bottom of the car first where it's the dirtiest. So you want to avoid cross-contamination. So I do the roof, I do the glass, then I move to the mid portion of the rear, the doors, and the front fender. As you can tell, you're always dunking back into your wash bucket with a grit guard in the bottom. You can flip your mitt by the wayside, so you always have a clean side. And in the bucket, you have a bucket filter, so that way the grit stays at the beginning, at the bottom of the bucket, and doesn't get mixed back into your soapy solution. So on and so forth. And so top to bottom, then we fully rinse the vehicle. Once again, this is going to remove now the majority of the dirt and debris. The car should be pretty clean. Next step, we're going to do a chemical decontamination. So the DIY detail iron remover on the wheels themselves, because as you saw at the beginning, they were caked with brake dust. And next we're going to do a chemical decon and a mechanical decontamination on the paint. We're combining two steps here. So we're using the DIY detail iron remover as a clay lubricant and the DIY detail perforated synthetic decontamination towel. Not all iron removers can be used as clay lubricants. You need to use iron removers that do not contain any solvents in them if you don't want the solvents to be degrading or breaking down the clay media. Next, we're going to spray some wheel protection. In this case, DIY Detail Quick Beads. It's a spray-on, rinse-off sealant, graphene-based. This is going to make cleaning the wheels a lot easier. This was not a wheels-off detail, hence why we're not ceramic coating the wheels. It wasn't included in the package the person selected. But it will still make the wheels a lot easier to clean. And as you saw, you simply spray on, let it dwell 30 seconds and rinse off, and boom, you're good to go. Now we are going to machine, polish, or do some paint correction. In this case, the customer selected a one-step paint correction, meaning an enhancement with a polish. In this case, the DIY Detail Gold Standard polish with the DIY Detail Gold Standard waffle pad. So this is going to remove any light oxidation that we saw, any of the water spots that were left on there, the swirls, the scratches, and a lot of the defects, but make the paint a lot more glossy. After you're done doing a section, buff off the polish and always inspect your work. I'm using a Scan Grip LED inspection light. Actually, let me bring you in closer so you guys can see. As you can tell, we achieved, I'd say, well over 95%. There are still some swirls and scratches. Those are the really deeper ones, and we'd need a two-step paint correction at that point to get rid of those. But overall, as you can tell, even in the close-up here, metallic flakes are popping. The gloss is insane now. And again, it looks pretty much flawless, which is above and beyond what we were aiming for with a one-step paint correction. Next, we're going to be applying the APP, or the Adhesion Promoter Polish from C6 Ceramics. So 3 to 4 light dots on the DIY Detail red jeweling pad. This is not a paint correction step, by the way, so you're using low speeds, but you need to use an orbit of not more than 8 millimeters. So either a palm sander, or in this case, I'm using the XCE cordless polisher from Flex. This is their direct drive polisher, so it only has an 8 millimeter stroke. You do not want to use the Bigfoot 12, 15, or 21 millimeter type orbits, because you're going to be overworking the product. This adhesion promoter basically is a polish that helps to swell the clear coat to better accept the ceramic coating. It's going to add more gloss and, of course, maximize the durability of the C6 Ceramics Hydro Light ceramic coating that we will be applying. That's the consumer version, but still professional level results. It is a very high-end coating with crazy hydrophobics, gloss, and slickness, as you will see. So now we're buffing off the adhesion promoter polish, and as you can tell, the gloss is insane, and it basically helps for the application of this guy. This is the C6 Ceramics Hydro Light. This is a 6-year ceramic coating, has a bunch of technologies in it, from silicon dioxide to silicon nitride. There is refined detonated nano diamonds and a bunch of other components that help it be the bleeding edge of ceramic coating technology. I applied its bigger brother, the professional version, the Hydro, on my own Porsche Cayenne S Coupe. You can see that video. You can also do a deep dive in the coatings technology with Ivan LaCroix, the owner of C6 Ceramics. I did a video on that on my channel, and we explained all the tech and the cool stuff that's behind this. So to prime the pad, you need 10 to 12 drops initially. You do circular motion, and then when you see on the surface this oil slick on water appearance, we also call that rainbowing, so that color change. It tells you that once more than 50% of it is gone, it's time to start leveling. So you take the first towel, short nap towel, to do the leveling of the coating, and then the insurance wipe with the second clean plusher microfiber towel to wipe off any additional residue. This is so easy to apply. You will not get any high spots. Once your pad is primed, you add just 2 or 3 drops per panel. You box your section in, as you're seeing here. So you do the contours, and then you work the product in circular motion. motion. I work in a 68 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, so 20 to 21 degrees Celsius, which is optimal for this coating, and roughly 45% humidity. So I work in a controlled environment. You can apply this outside. Just make sure, of course, you're not applying it on a rainy day, because after you're done, you need 1 hour of curing. So it's actually pretty fast. After an hour, you can drive off in the elements, including the rain. And you can apply this coating, by the way, on pretty much all the exterior surfaces. So your glass, your paint, your wheels, plastics, headlights, taillights, you name it, pretty much everything except rubber. So same on the glass, you apply in circular motion, you wait for 50% of the oil slick on water or the rainbowing to disappear, and then you start leveling and buffing. And once you're done with all your towels and the applicator, you can put them and soak them overnight in a rinseless wash solution. So I'm using the DIY rinseless wash at 1 to 256 dilution, which means 1 ounce of product for every 2 gallons of water. And that's going to break down all the ceramic components, and you can reuse your microfiber towels and the applicator afterwards, so it's specific to this coating. We're using the touchless from Built Hammer, the traceless, glass cleaner from Built Hammer with a glass cleaning towel. We're applying the final touches on the tires with the CarPro Dark Side tire sealant to give that lasting effect. And let's have a look at the final results. As you can hopefully tell on camera, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's dripping in gloss and slickness. By the way, do not wash the car for at least 7 days after you've applied this coating. I usually recommend waiting a full 2 weeks just to make sure, because the coating continues to cure on the surface, and you're going to see an increase in gloss and slickness even more as the days go by. But even now, it looks insane. So this was late in the day. The total amount of hours spent on this vehicle was approximately 10 hours of work. We did, again, over 95% of paint correction. The gloss is, again, insane. I'm going to bring it outside the following day. You're going to see in this video, so you can see it in the sunlight, how amazing it looks. But yeah, I think the owner is going to be absolutely shocked and surprised. It looks like a mirror, right? What do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. We also did the interior, from vacuuming to protecting all the surfaces, from the Alcantara to the leather, of course, the infotainment displays, so on and so forth. So it looks better than new. So all the surfaces were cleaned, enhanced, and protect. So let's bring it outside now. As you can tell, gorgeous day. The sun is blasting. We're in the afternoon here in Montreal, Canada. And again, look at the reflection. The lens has a hard time to adjust. It's so glossy with the sunlight. It pops in the lens. You get that lens flare. It looks like a mirror. So again, we achieved not only paint correction, over 95%, I'd say. I don't really see any big scratches or swirls left. There is a few of them if you look for them, but yeah, for the package that was selected by the owner, I think this came out better than expected. We were only aiming for a light paint enhancement or a one-step, and I think we achieved near perfection here. Look at that. The sun doesn't lie. If there's any imperfections, you would see them, especially on black cars. I would never own a black car, by the way, because it would trigger my OCD, but I have to admit it is the nicest color once it's freshly detailed. Just look at that. From the wheels to the tires to the fenders to the inner fenders to the exhaust tips, you name it, this car is in crazy good condition. The hydrophobic properties are absolutely insane, by the way, with this coating, but the gloss, the slickness, chemical resistance, pH 2 to pH 13, crazy chemical resistance, and we're expecting over 6 years of durability if properly maintained. All you need actually is to wash the car, so just use a pH neutral shampoo. Every now and then you can use a 2 pH system, higher alkaline snow foam, and an acidic pH, or a water spot remover if you need to remove water spots or hard water issues, all that kind of stuff. Stay tuned to see the customer's reaction, but let's have a look at the hydrophobic properties. So here we can tell the water beads are very round, very tight, very quick to evacuate, and identical hydrophobic properties to the Pro version, so the C6 Ceramics Hydro that I have on my own Porsche. So happy to report that the C6 Hydro Light has the same properties, so great gloss, great slickness, and the best hydrophobic properties from any coating I have tested so far. Just look at these beads, they're like gems. So very round, very very tight, very quick to evacuate off the panel. Let's have a look now on a vertical surface. So as you can tell, once again, and also thanks to the gravity, the water droplets fall off very quickly. The sheeting rate is extremely fast. So using a car dryer or a leaf blower to dry the car is going to be a breeze. Even before using a blower or your towel, there's very little water left. Look at the surface, and whatever is there, super round, super tight, fantastic hydrophobic properties. And the same applies to any surface you apply this on. So let's have a look here on the glass surface. So it's going to be awesome to drive in inclement weather, especially when it's raining outside. With the force of the wind, the water is just going to blow off the glass, making it safer and clearer to drive in inclement weather. Look at those tight round water beads. Very awesome. What do you guys think? All right, guys, so the vehicle looks absolutely crazy. The owner just arrived. He had gone to Europe for a few days to see the Champions League final. My understanding, it was a German club against Real Madrid. I don't follow soccer too much, but basically it was amazing. So let's see his reaction now. He's coming straight from the airport. Nima, come on in. Open the door. And have a look at this.
Holy moly.
I told you.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Isn't it insane? This is insane. You got to touch the paint, do the rear of your hand there, the backside, and look at that.
It's literally like a piece of glass.
This is the slickest coating you're ever going to have felt, and wait till you see the water behavior as well.
I don't even want to touch it because I'm worried about my handprint staying on it.
It's insane, eh? The whole 9 yards, interior, exterior, your wheels, the paint, the glass. Look at how shiny this is.
Yeah, man.
Isn't it crazy?
It's really good.
You know you're going to be disrespecting a lot of people on the road, right? With this level of gloss, like come here, Nima.
Yeah.
And look at it from this angle into the light. And look at that. It's like a mirror.
Yeah.
You can shave yourself off the panels.
Yeah.
So happy?
Very happy fan.
Of course, as usual. This is one of your nicest looking cars, and
Thanks, man.
enjoy it.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the thumbs up button if that's the case. I remind you that all the links to the products will be linked in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. Thanks for your support. Subscribe to the channel to not miss any future content. And in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.